All right, this one matters. This past week, Sam Altman told a room full of editors. He says that OpenAI will prioritize enterprise in 2026. That's worth a reread. It's not that they're winning enterprise. It's not that they own the enterprise. It's in 2026, they plan to try. Yeah, next year. It's not, there's no victory lap here. I think this feels more like an admission. If, take a step back for a second, right? It's like the board is set here. This is so interesting. Anthropic owns enterprise mindshare. Microsoft is going for the distribution. What's OpenAI going for? Well, OpenAI owns consumer scale, and I keep reading about this massive infrastructure bill they have. The math is going to catch up. So if you're committing to something like 1.4 trillion in compute, consumer subscriptions, will they cover that? Will benchmarks cover that? Will press cover that? Will vibes cover that? I'll tell you what could cover that. Enterprise. Enterprise is where the real money is. Predictable contracts, long-term commitments, big margins. It didn't feel like that was a casual comment. It was a telling comment. And the timeline was interesting. It was like Altman saying this is an application problem, not a training problem. I think he's right on that one. And I also think that's the problem OpenAI is probably least built for. Enterprise isn't really about smarter models. It's this concept of workflows that don't break. You have to have security teams. They can't be in panic. Procurement has to make sense. Margins are important. Outcomes, not the outcome matters the most. The demo doesn't matter the most. This is like not some, frontier research stuff. It's kind of like the unsexy education. It's integrations and uptime and support and SLAs in government and change management. I don't know. That's the stuff most frontier labs struggle with because it's not why they were founded. And this is where a lot of us, if I think, understand what the real code red is moment we're about. It was never just about Gemini being good. It was about realizing they've got some stuff going on that's deeper. This idea that compute without distribution turns into risk super fast. You've got to control the channels. If you don't own the workflow, you don't sit inside the enterprise stack, you're going to have this crazy high burn rate, and it's going to get dangerous. Microsoft, they're always lurking. They understood this. They understood it early. They sit inside enterprise workflows. Anthropic, I think they got it. They spoke enterprise language from day one. Now, OpenAI built the best consumer-facing AI product in history. But does enterprise care about best in the abstract? I don't know. I think they care about, will this break my business? Who owns the failure? What happens when it goes wrong at scale? Guys, this is a different game. So if you're hearing this idea of we will prioritize enterprise in 26, I'm not hearing all this strategy. I was hearing more pressure. Timelines are tightening. The economics are there. Got to move from look what we can do to how this really works to change your business. I'm not knocking OpenAI. I mean, it's incredible. But it is still a reminder that this whole AI race it's not about models. You got to have distribution and applications and outcomes. The ones that do that, my gut is they'll win enterprise. They won't be probably the ones with the smartest models. They'll be the ones who can make AI kind of boring, reliable, visible, while still making money. That's, I think, the race we're going to be talking about more in 2026. Buckle up. It's going to be fun.